Okay, so I don't think I've worded it properly, and that's fine. We already know my brain works and I just talk. But um, I don't think I explained it properly. What I'm trying to explain is, I'm not trying to manufacture watch hours, but what I'm trying to say is these people say they're watching your playlist. How does that count? It doesn't make sense because the numbers are realistically, how many people watch, like, I give Goga, for example, because every Sunday I would always watch. It's been busy, by the way. I miss you, Goga, more than you know. And I love church service. We used to watch it every Sunday, and it's guaranteed 3 hours. And he's got 100 people in there. They pop in and out, but you have people that stay committed from beginning to end. Those people, if they show up and they're watching your stuff, like, those hours are there. So it's not about manufacturing numbers. It's about actually understanding. So when people say they're watching your playlist, once you have 1,000 people, 1,000 subscribers, it should be a lot easier. The idea isn't meant to cheat anything. I'm just trying to understand how it works, right? So, like, if 10 real people genuinely consume 100 hours of public content, mathematically, that's 1,000 hours. If 100 people genuinely consume 10 hours each, that's also 1,000 hours. Like, how the amount of people, the amount of numbers don't add up. Like, do they play it? Do they walk? Are they walking away? Now, like, for me, for instance, when I am listening to a lot of things, I put it in my ear, and it's playing and it's running, and I'm listening to it. But I'm not sitting watching the screen. Is that a valid watch hour? Like, I guess my questions aren't so much is if people are actually doing what they're saying they're doing, why isn't it reflecting in the hours? And I'm watching the playlist, and so I guess it's just the experiment, and maybe it doesn't start actually changing until you hit 1,000 subscribers, because I don't have enough to actually know. But this part of the experiment is not about cheating the system. It's about understanding the system and promoting yourself and friends, making content that people are going to actually watch. But at the end of the day, it boils down to, like, when you're watching people, you're watching because you believe in them. So you show up, you commit the whole hour, you commit the whole 3 hours because you're supporting them as a human being, right? So I'm wondering, how do you separate those people? How do you know who those people are? How do you understand the people that are going to show up and hang out through that time? And maybe it is a people thing, maybe it's a numbers thing, but those questions are kind of what get me going, and it's been one of those things. So it's not like click play, walk away for 4 days. It's not that kind of thing. It's just understanding what this means, because when we can actually break it down and understand it in its barest, purest form, things become a lot easier. The fear of it going up to 8,000 watch hours. Once you have 1,000 subscribers, you think of each subscriber watching 8 hours throughout the whole year. It's not a lot, right? So the numbers, the math, it doesn't math. I don't understand how or why it's so scary or intimidating. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like when we create that fear, we just push it away farther. So I'm asking the questions not about cheating the system, anything like that. It's just about understanding how we can do it, how you have people. And the reason I use 10 numbers and 10 people and 100 is so that you have people that you can confirm, right? That are going to have those conversations back and forth on your videos, that are going to understand, because that's how we understand it. And when we can learn, grow, and understand it properly, it becomes a lot less frightening and a lot less rushed. And then we can spend a little more time having fun with the things that we're doing, instead of freaking out or worrying if we're doing it right. I guess that's the best way to explain it. But yeah, it's not about manufacturing all these hours or making something work. You still got to build your subscriber count, and there's still all these things that you have to do. But I think that we're putting so much fear onto all this other stuff that we are hindering ourselves. So instead of doing that, maybe we really need to just ask these questions, have these conversations with our people, and understand what it is, what it actually takes. Because if we break it down mathematically, it's definitely not that scary. So I guess the questions are just, how do we understand it? How do we maneuver through it? And how are we finding those people? How do we know when we have our people? Because not every single person is going to be your person that's going to watch thousands of hours, right? So, but you're going to have those people that show up from beginning to end on a 4-hour live because they support you as a human being. So how do we find them? Is that even a question that matters in these watch hours? Those kind of things, right? So it's not about manufacturing anything. It's just with all these videos that keep coming up about the fear of all these, they're doubling the numbers and all that. It always drives me crazy when fear, because we just push shit away when we do that. So it just makes my brain want to break it down and understand, and break it down in the bare minimums, and break it down in the simplest versions. So it's not anything crazy. It's just me trying to understand the questions. Anyways, I love you guys. I have to go to work. But I didn't want to leave it like that, because I don't want people thinking that I'm trying to cheat the system. I'm just trying to understand the system. Because I have a lot of friends with a lot of subscribers, way more than me. And it's like, the way they're saying it is like it's a fearful thing. And I don't understand why it would be fearful for them. So it makes me kind of go like, I don't understand. And maybe it's just I don't know. I don't like fear in things, but that's just me. So I like to break down and understand as much as I can. All right, that's what I got. I love you guys. Sorry.